Boom, here we are, episode 23. I had to do a special, I think I'm going to call this a season finale with my pal of pals. Mary and Bier is in the house. How are you, Mary?
Hi,
It's
Robby.
weird saying your name. How are you, Mary? Hey, pal.
I'm good, pal. Thanks for having me.
Good. Thank you for having me. What was that?
Episode 23. That's a lot.
I know. You were episode 3, actually, and then we had a podcast before this. You're like sub episodes. You're like episode -1 through 6, I think, we had of two pals, and then the pandemic broke out, and then we all had to do our things, and then I attempted to come back. You came back, and here we are.
Here we are.
And I feel like we have a lot to talk about. I know we check in here and there. We talked a little bit about what we're going to talk about on this episode, but I want to do this one a little bit differently because I have a feeling, one, I think I'm on the brink of like a mental breakdown, and I'm not afraid to like talk about this. And I think it's even better to talk about it. And, you've been through similar stuff. So I think I'm going to call this a season finale. 23 episodes seems like a good season. Yeah. So I wanted to bring on, one of my favorite guests, and then we will talk a little bit about maybe past guests and then some of the things that are going on in our lives, in our world. Because I remember your episode was a special one because not only are you city council, you're at the prevention partnership, you're at the Daly City Youth Center now, health center. The what's the thing you do on Thursdays? The
collaborative.
The collaborative, and then you're just local, so you're tapped in, and you're probably 3 to 5 other things that I forgot. So I thought we would just hop in and do a quick little. I don't know if this is a game, but we're gonna go back and forth with topics that we think Pacifico or just our friends or family should know about. And then instead of doing them, we're going to put them into one of these, and then we'll just pick out, and we'll just do as many as we can before the end of the episode. How do you feel about that?
Sure.
I asked you if you wanted a heads up what was going to happen. You said no.
I'm good.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm going to put mental health. And then while I'm writing this, you think of another one.
Oversized vehicles.
What's that? You want to say it louder for the people in the back of the valley? The OSV ordinance. Okay. I really hope we can pick that one because you have a unique, I don't know if it's unique, but I like your perspective.
Thank you.
I won't do any spoilers. I think we got to get a shout out to Social Unity Project.
Yeah.
And what's going on with them. I know you have maybe some updates there. And of course, we're going to give our girl Nicole Yarbrough a shout out. This is by far my highest viewed episode is Tiger. So he couldn't be on the episode today because I got you. But yeah, I wonder if you could tell us how Tiger's doing. That'd be a fun one. You owe me a couple more because I just did 2.
Yeah, I would like to talk about our Civic Empowerment Program.
Civic Empowerment. See, something else that I think I knew about, but I'm not sure if I know about it. So that's a good one.
Oh yeah, no, it's a youth program.
Okay, you got one more in there.
Oh, sorry.
Oh wait, what was that?
Social Unity Project is going to be there.
Okay, so they got 2 in there now.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Give me another one. Something going on in your life. That's going on in your life. I like it.
I'm sorry.
Your friend Steve Bancroft.
I mean, I think mental health also covers me too. So
we'll say life updates then.
Yeah, life updates.
Okay.
Hi, Zola.
Give me one more because obviously this is a 28-minute episode, but if this goes well, we might have to do it again. But
I don't know. How about COVID?
That's a good one. Can I say COVID/vaccines? Because there's a lot of intensity going on online and in the real world about that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'm going to throw in a little obsolete man, even though hopefully people want to hear more about that.
Yep.
You already put breakers in there, so that's good. You got one more, and then we'll...
Oh, okay. Wait. You better think of one too.
I'm going to do...
information to help people,
Resources?
Resources.
A resource reminder? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do upcoming events, and then don't let me forget about the one that has to do with the channel that we're on.
Okay, yeah. Pressure. When you say don't let me forget. Okay.
I know. I try to pick my words with you so precisely now. Actually, I don't, but afterwards I do. What's the other thing you told me? At your age, you should be doing something that fills your soul.
That's what you said to me.
It's just at any age, is what I should have said.
You were like,
be
what are you like, 50? And I'm like, I'm going to be 53. And you're like, what?
Because I secretly wish you were, 35. All right. Are you nervous? Are you excited?
I think
How much
I'm
do we
a
want to
little
spend on
nervous,
each of
which
these?
is weird. I'm like twisting my crystal around because I am a little tiny bit nervous.
Okay, I don't know if it really shook around a lot, so
Okay, well
I'm gonna take them out and put them back in, kind of thing, you know.
something will probably fall out on its own. And
A
then
couple did, but let's see. Okay,
all
here's
right.
the first one, and we'll probably just go like 2 minutes on each. Let's not go too crazy
Okay.
unless it's like you feel like we really have to. Okay.
2 minutes is great.
Okay, sweet. The first one is Civic Engagement Program. Tell us
Oh,
about what's going on with that.
oh my gosh, I'm so
Look,
excited. Yeah,
nice.
so we have a new program. It's a collaboration between the Daly City Youth Health Center Pacifica Prevention Partnership and Youth Leadership Institute.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing a whole 6-month training series to encourage young people to be civically engaged. So teach them how government works and how to participate on campaigns. And we're going to be talking about the isms, the racism, the classism, ageism, all those things. And really just get them prepared to sit on boards and commissions. And then we're going to help them get placed on boards and commissions. And then we're going to support them as they serve. So
That's
I
awesome.
am really, really excited about it. It just fills my heart up so much.
Remind me of the age ranges again and kind of how, quickly how this came together and what you hope to achieve with it.
Age range is 15 to 24. It's county-wide, but we do have a ton of North County young people who have applied. What do we want to get out of it? We want to make sure that young people know that they have a voice in changing everything, in changing their environment, and changing the systems, participating in things where they actually have a vote, and just uplifting their voices.
And kind of paving the way for when they want to get more civically engaged, kind of like you, like if they ever want to run for office or get involved or open a skate park or just all these kind of things. They'll kind of have the tools to succeed in that
and
range.
then to show them about all the different kinds of opportunities that there are across the county, because there are youth boards and commissions across the county. There's also youth commissions that aren't like advisory. They're just kind of there to,
check the box, but not like get in the game kind of thing.
Yeah. So
it's cool. I said it. You won't get in trouble. It wasn't that bad though, but
no.
Okay, sweet. Anything on that topic before we hop into the next one?
We have our training. Our first training is on tomorrow. It's tomorrow, and actually Nicole from
which is probably like 3 days ago if you're watching this on PCT.
Oh yeah. So anyway, I'm excited. So excited about it.
Okay, sweet. You ready for the next topic? Sure. Look at you, like, yeah, I got this. All right, this is breakers. What do you want to know about breakers? What do you think people should know about breakers? Well, I'll try to think of an update that's new that I haven't talked about.
I think people were, worried about breakers for a minute, and now that breakers is busy, I think people are wondering, so what's next?
That's interesting. I don't know who thinks that.
Oh.
Or really? Is that what you're feeling? That's what you're hearing, or when you come here, you kind of see it, quote unquote, busy.
I think that people are just because you really change things like inside of breakers.
Oh, like the operation wise.
Yeah, the operation wise, and then
that kind of ties in to one of, I guess, an update.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess we're out of survival mode, as I said in one of the interviews that I did for either the magazine or the newspaper. Yeah. And so my dad's joke is he doesn't say busy because it's steady. But yeah, for a Pacifica restaurant, I think we've crossed the threshold where business is coming in, and we're super grateful for that. And we don't want to be takeout. And I guess as soon as we started making small baby steps into getting out of takeout and onto plates, like now we're hearing rumors of like another shutdown. So it's just like, but just for people at home and on the screen, I think one of the main things, what's next is trying to get out of these damn to-go boxes. We've already got rid of the plastic cutlery, which was, of course, we know like we didn't want to do, but it was just like almost a necessary evil during the pandemic, which is, I don't like using that as an excuse, but it's just, it's kind of was like a necessary thing. But so, I'm staring at silverware on tables now. Mm-hmm. We're getting better at the eco-friendly, cups and stuff like that. But our goal now that we've kind of like caught our breath and we're able to put out some more internal fires that we definitely aren't talking about, but
Yeah.
we have staff, new staff. We got our dishwashers back, so it's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So it's not as easy to just like snap your fingers, but hopefully working back towards plates soon, and then hopefully keeping outdoor seating. And I don't even know if that's come across your desk at your office yet.
It just came across my desk today.
Okay, cool. So yeah, what's next for Breakers is a hybrid of what you once knew, and then also still like a surviving but hopefully thriving concept on plates, and relying less on takeout, and then getting a semi-permanent outdoor seatings, because like I said, like masks I think are about to get mandated again, and maybe vaccines, then a shutdown. So we're just taking it day by day, but working towards the next normal of Breakers, and then hopefully it involves outdoor seating and a couple other things, but we'll talk about it later. And I love how the sun finally calmed down on my face. But thank you.
It seems like everybody's happy there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give that up to my dad. Like, he's a great manager, and he's a good motivator. And for the most part, 99% of the people who come in like are happy and they get it. But it's just interesting, some of the people who don't get it, and then it just feels like even more intense, because it's like, wow, we're like in the middle of a pandemic. You've hopefully been doing this for the last year and a half, and you still don't get like, we haven't reinvented anything. Like, you still have to come out and be nice to people and follow rules. But yeah, some people just, don't go with the flow, unfortunately, which is half of these things. So yeah, anyway, Breakers, 7 to 3, 7 days a week, 145 Rockaway Beach.
With the tots. Get the tots.
Oh yeah, show us your tots. Ooh, mental health.
Oh, okay.
I'll go first, and then you can share some updates.
I think that's a good idea.
I think I mentioned before, I did family therapy with my dad, and Mary knows some of these stories, but it really like opened up my eyes to a lot of things that happened in his life and also in my life, and how maybe one of the reasons we're not always on the same page is because it's different versions of us talking to each other. So for myself, I'm really trying to get more in tune with my younger self, who went through some trauma, and realigning myself with where I spend my time, where I spend my money, where I spend my life. So that's kind of why I think this is going to be a season finale, because I need to just shed and cut a little bit. It doesn't mean I'm stopping forever, but the band's back. Obviously, I have a wonderful girlfriend that I just want to spoil with my time that I haven't been, because she's working more. So I'm going to take a little break for my mental health and physical health. Also, working out with Lewis. I haven't been as enthusiastic about that. I'm not posting about it anymore. So I'm trying to be the observer, and shift, and not trying to panic. So that's my mental health update. But if you guys ever need anything, reach out. I know that's like the worst thing to say, like reach out. It's that easy. But if you need someone to talk to, Mary and I are available, obviously.
Yeah. And it's so important that you're talking about it too, because you do have influence, Robby. And so it's important for other people to listen to that and be like, oh, hey, did you hear what Robby had to say? Like, people actually listen to you. I
think I believe you. Because I mean, that's what people are saying about the young lady who stepped back from the Olympics, she has influence. So in my little world, you can't be afraid to talk about this stuff and explore it. But I'm still hungover from that therapy session, so I got to talk to Dr. O. I want to be like, what'd you do to me? Like, you woke me up. I want to go back to sleep.
No, that's pretty typical.
Which is a good segue of my new shirt, naps and snacks. That's gonna be my anthem probably for the month of August.
I love that.
How's your mental health, young lady?
How's my mental health? Well, I think you said a couple things that I resonate with. One is that it's okay to recognize when you're not doing well. And the past few weeks, I just haven't been doing well. I was like frozen from all the stress that's been going on in our community. Mm-hmm. And this time it really got me good. And what I mean by that is I was just crying. I was crying and crying. Like, I can't please everyone and I can't fix everything. And so it was important for me to just tell people too, like, hey, I'm not doing well. I'm having anxiety. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go to this event tonight. My co-counsel, they're all super good to me. That's and they're good. Like, you don't have to go to this event tonight. You need to take care of yourself. I feel way better this week. Actually, the last 3 days probably. But it was a good week where I was shut down.
Yeah, I feel like ours kind of like overlapped a little bit. And
Yeah.
then again, when we see each other, it's like it's always great. But then I always joke around that I need a nap afterward because it's like trying to like fit like 10 meetings into one. That, but I think it's just because we love each other so much.
We do love each other so much.
All right. Is there any mental health resource that you want to share? I know that what's like the first step? Just check in with your doctor, and if you don't have a doctor, call.
Well, yeah, the first step is actually recognizing, like, hey, I need help.
Okay, so
and that's okay.
It's the self-love that we're all talking about. Like recognize it, sit in it. Yep. Okay, so that's first step is just awareness. We'll call it awareness,
and then the willingness to get help.
No, we just said the first step. Okay, let's not get too carried away.
Willingness.
Oh, this is a good one. COVID and vaccines. This is another cause of my like mental health, strain. Talking to some close family friends of mine who, went down the wormhole, and I didn't call them anti-vaxxers, but it's like everything they're saying, and yeah. So it's almost watching strangers fight over it and then having these conversations with your people. Oh, that weighed me down on top of reading, some of the stuff we'll get into. But what did you want to share about COVID and vaccines and stuff like that?
Well, I wanted to share that the youth in our county are really engaged right now of promoting vaccines. So they had like a vaccine week and they had all these events and it went really well. And they're passionate about making sure that their friends and families are vaccinated so that that we can get out of this somehow, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was really enduring of them to do that.
I agree. That's good. What do you say to people who be like, "Oh, you're teaching those kids to live in fear, and God will save them"? Because I've seen that. How do you respond to that? Do you just
you just have to love everybody? You have to like respect everybody's opinions about this because
you can't push them away, right?
Well, we can't say how everyone's going to feel or act.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't make me feel comfortable if people are not vaccinated and they're like up in my face.
Yeah.
Right. Because I want to protect them.
Yeah. And then that's where it gets weird. People aren't thinking about other people. People are choosing to believe what they want, depending on their sources. But at the end of the day, I guess I'm talking to the future people who are watching this, where they're like debating or just watching how much went into this. Because I think some of our first episodes is like, hey, there's this thing called the pandemic coming out. We're gonna read Scott Morrow's thing, and so here we are, almost a year and a half later. Yep. There's a variant. Apparently, it's worse. It spreads quicker. It gets people who are vaccinated. So masks and vaccinations are the solution, is what the government's telling us, is what people are telling us. And some people are just choosing not to believe that. I'm looking for valid reasons not to get a vaccine at this point. But I haven't really engaged with people to figure it out. Have you heard one valid excuse besides I can't get it, or, no. Is there one common one just for the history books?
You can't make me.
Oh, like, don't tell me what to do.
Kind of thing. You can't make me.
Like a trust thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
It's too bad.
Right. And but I'm hearing like the phrases coming from like people in the county positions and maybe like city, like, well, we're not sure what's going to be happening. So, right. Like they're starting excuses like that.
Yeah.
And so that something's happening.
Okay. So you're not the first one to tell me another lockdown's going to. So should I keep to-go containers? I'm just kidding.
Well, I think people are going to want to-go food anyway, right?
Well, okay, we're not getting rid of to-go containers, but we were serving in to-go containers. We need to get them on plates. We're working towards it. And then, the silverware is real silverware, ladies and gentlemen. So we're good.
Next.
We're just going to get them all out. This is the oversized vehicle. Give me just like the quick and dirty of it. You can take as much time as you want on this. I know the city released some stuff and there's been some misinformation, but like as a citizen, what's your take on the OSV? And then as city council, whatever you can say.
Okay. Well,
I just make sure you're clear of who's talking to who.
Right. So this is Mary talking.
Mary, welcome to Robby's World.
A lot of people didn't understand that there was actually a lot of work already done on the oversized vehicle ordinance and that it was put in place in January of 2020. right? And that there
After
was
the task force, after the meetings, the public stuff, all that stuff.
Yeah, many.
I was there.
Yeah, and it was really hard. And now the city's being sued by the ACLU and some other people too.
Mm-hmm.
And so what the city's doing now is fighting to keep the ordinance.
Fighting to keep the ordinance.
So I mean that's the main that's the main thing that's happening right now with the lawsuit. It's either, and I don't know if I'm saying that exactly right, but
we could always clarify in the comments section, so you can speak freely here, and then we could put an asterisk on there.
Yeah. I guess the bottom line is we didn't add a whole bunch of new streets. We have to do everything that we can right now as part of the lawsuit, and then we'll be able to talk about it more. But if you read the paperwork on the lawsuit, it's they're going after the ordinance, right? They don't want money and things like that. It's about the ordinance.
And their problem with the ordinance is what?
Is that it's unconstitutional, that you can't you can't like tow people's houses.
You need a place for them to be, right?
People to park, right?
Gotcha. And if we had a shelter or something like that, would it be an issue, or is it because there's no options? It's literally just like, for lack of a better word, just you can't park here, so get out. And so that's what the ACLU has a problem with.
Yes.
Okay. Anything any other hats you want to wear and talk on that behalf, or
no? I just want to encourage people, if you're angry and afraid, that then call me.
Oh, so you want to be the go-to? I was gonna say, talk to the city manager.
I could probably say it a lot better than I just did.
You want them to call you or email you?
Which sort of sucks because I really wanted to do it well here, but I don't.
No, you did good. We'll link your video. Do you want people to call you or email you?
Oh, email me.
Okay, what email do you want them to contact you at?
BierM@ci.pacifica.ca.us.
Was that actually it? And I think you froze. Can you give it to me one more time?
Oh my God, I did? Okay.
Yeah.
BierM@ci.pacifica.ca.us.
Okay, sweet. If we would have known we were going to do this, we would have had it up below you. So that's my apologies. Martin's back there frantically trying to put that in there, but don't worry about it. So, okay, cool. Bottom line, ACLU is challenging the ordinance. Pacifica is fighting to keep the ordinance. And once there is a decision made, we can talk more about it. But in the meantime, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be supportive. It's okay to be calm. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, contact Mary and be nice, or I'm coming after you.
Thanks.
Cool. I'm really hoping there's like a fun one. I don't even know if we had fun ones. Oh, okay, cool. Tiger. How's Tiger?
My God. Tiger's just awesome, man.
Okay.
Tiger,
any cool memories or like highlights since he was on our show, episode
Tiger
1?
He brings such a calming presence to our council. And he's so smart, and he breaks things down like I've never heard anybody break things down before. Like he is such an asset to our city and just to the work that we're trying to do together, because he brings it to a place where we can all come in and like do things together instead of like fighting or getting mad or whatever, being babies.
Yeah.
No, he brings it all together. So I cannot say, honestly, I cannot say enough about Tiger.
Is there a certain issue that you think he really made a difference on, or some like take that he had on an upcoming issue, or that you saw him do that you're really proud of? Is there something specific, or just his presence you think we're really good and grateful to have him?
I honestly, it's every topic that comes up that he just does his thing, and he makes things make more sense than they did before.
Okay, so that's good.
If you ask him about the oversized vehicle ordinance, he would be really good.
All right, well, Tiger, hit me up. Cool. I was trying to think what else I've only watched a couple. I saw Tiger. I watched him talk about fireworks, but this was really early in the firework discussion. But I feel like he
in his serving too.
What was that?
That was pretty early in his experience.
Yeah, and so he's gotten even better from there. But encourage folks to talk to council. Don't just blame them. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't like judge either.
It's so hard not to judge, especially because you guys are up there.
Yeah.
And you run the city. You didn't know that? You get,
Oh, right.
you guys get paid so much to run the city. Okay, tell me what's up with SUP. I know that you went to a board meeting and then you came out with the project. So
Yeah,
talk to me.
Social Unity Project is so awesome. And Nicole is obviously better at explaining all the things that they're doing. But I am going to be helping them with their youth program. So I'm really excited about that to see, you know, what kind of projects can come out of that and what kind of anti-racism work can be happening in so many different ways, and like really slow, beautiful ways that they're educating our community, that they're educating our law enforcement, that they're educating me. You know, I mean, we all have room to learn and do it in solidarity. So I'm so proud of Nicole and Shauna and everybody at Social Unity Project.
That's cool. We had the fundraiser here. I think it went well. They raised, you know, a couple bucks, and there was people they didn't know came here. So that was more important, you know, for strangers who are now friends and allies. So yeah, if you need any more information about SUP, hit us up. We got 3 more.
Okay.
And we got a couple, like 2 minutes. So upcoming events. I mean, let's just do the PCT one.
Okay, go ahead. PCT Honors.
So PCT Honors is September 11th. They honor heroes of the coast. I guess it's just stewards and people who are making moves and doing good things. I'm paraphrasing, but they ran out of people, and apparently there's a curse that when they nominate people over the age of 70, they don't make it to the award show. So they went through a long list, and I was on it, and they chose me.
But you should be on it. It's so exciting. And
yeah, it's just funny though, because it's like, is it like Jackie Spear and like Scott Morrow and
Joaquin Jimenez from Half Moon Bay, who's a colleague of mine.
Are you staring at it right now? Or?
No.
Oh, it looked like you were reading it.
Oh no, I was looking at to make sure I said things right before.
So yeah, save the date, September 11th. I will be back in the public eye on PCT. Hopefully there's not another shutdown, knock on wood, and we can come into the studio. And my plus one is Mary, and she's going to introduce me. And now that I've said it in the real world, you have to make it happen, Marty. But yeah, I'm honored, and I appreciate the support. Thank you, everyone.
It's beautiful.
Mary, you have any life updates that you want to share?
I got tickets to Metallica today.
Oh, okay.
I'm so excited. Hey, you know, you had to get a code and everything. So
that's true, because they have like you have to be like a member, and then you can't like scalp it and like all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Oracle Park, or tell me a little about
it is at Oracle Park, and I got really good seats because I'm only getting one ticket. Just me.
Nice.
Only me. That's my update.
That's awesome. Perfect timing. If you need any more info or resources, you can go to robbysworld.tv. That's how you get a hold of me. Episode 1 through 23 will be available. And then I want to give a shout out to my family at pacificcoast.tv. While I'm gone, I think everyone watching this, if you have something to say or something to sell or something yearning in your soul that you want to get out, start a podcast. I'm talking to SUP. I'm talking to Mary, the youth group. Like, let's just step it all up while I focus on myself. Mary, one word to describe how you're feeling.
So happy.
So happy. Now tell me you love me.
I do love you so much.
I love you so much, and I'll say it genuinely and not try to be all weird.